If you hate your sin, that might be the best sign you have. And I know that sounds strange, because right now you probably don't feel encouraged. You feel tired, you feel frustrated, you feel ashamed. You keep fighting the same battle, you keep falling into the same pattern, and every time it happens, the same thought hits you. If I were truly saved, I wouldn't still struggle like this. But what if that thought is wrong? What if the very thing that scares you is actually evidence of spiritual life? Stay with me, because what you're feeling might not be condemnation, it might be conviction, and those are not the same thing. Here's the lie many believers quietly believe. If I were really changed, I wouldn't still feel this tension. That sounds spiritual, it even sounds humble, but it assumes something dangerous. It assumes that transformation means immediate perfection, and that's not how growth works. Let me say something clearly. Dead hearts don't struggle. If your conscience were hardened, if your spirit were numb, if you truly didn't care, you wouldn't feel grief. You wouldn't feel conflict. You wouldn't feel that internal war that keeps you awake at night. The presence of struggle is not proof of absence of salvation. It can be proof of awakening, because struggle requires resistance, and resistance requires life. Look at what Paul writes in Romans 7. I do not understand my own actions, for I do not do what I want, but I do the very thing I hate. Did you notice that word? Hate. Paul didn't love his sin. He didn't excuse it. He didn't celebrate it. He hated it. Yet he still described an internal conflict. He speaks about wanting one thing and doing another. That tension wasn't evidence of spiritual death. It was evidence of two realities colliding, his renewed mind and his old patterns. If struggle automatically meant you weren't saved, Romans 7 wouldn't exist. The fact that you hate your sin means your desires have shifted, and desire is the beginning of transformation. Now, we need to draw a clear line. Conviction and condemnation can feel similar at first. Both can hurt, both can make you feel exposed, but they are not the same voice. Conviction is specific. It points to a behavior. You lied. You gave in. That choice was wrong. Condemnation is vague. You're fake. You're hopeless. You'll never change. God is done with you. Conviction leads you toward repentance. Condemnation pushes you toward hiding. Conviction produces clarity. Condemnation produces confusion. Conviction says, come back. Condemnation says, stay away. And here's the key. Conviction always leaves the door open. Condemnation slams it shut. So ask yourself, when you fall, do you still want God? Or do you feel like you must run from Him? If you still desire Him, even in your weakness, that's not condemnation, that's evidence of life. Let's step into the psychological side for a moment. When identity changes before habits do, conflict increases. Imagine someone who never cared about honesty. They lie easily, no tension. Now imagine their conscience awakens. Suddenly every lie feels heavy. What changed? Not the habit yet. The identity changed first. And identity always creates friction before behavior aligns. That tension you feel, that discomfort, that internal war, it often increases after spiritual awakening, not before. Because now you are aware. Before, you sinned and moved on. Now you sin and feel grief. Grief is painful, but grief is also proof that your heart is responsive. A hardened heart doesn't grieve. A living heart does. So how do you know if what you're feeling is conviction? 3 signs. 1, you still want God. Even after you fail, you might feel embarrassed. You might delay prayer, but you don't stop caring. You don't abandon your faith. You don't celebrate the sin. You feel torn. That torn feeling is life. 2, your sorrow is about what you did, not just the consequences. There's a difference between being afraid of getting caught and being grieved that you hurt God. 2 Corinthians 7 calls it godly sorrow. It produces repentance, not despair. Condemnation says, you're trash. Conviction says, this isn't who you are anymore. And 3, you fight. Even if you lose sometimes, you resist, you delete things, you try again, you seek help, you watch videos like this. You are not comfortable in the sin. You are not building your identity around it. You are fighting. And fighting is proof you're not spiritually dead. Dead people don't fight temptation, they follow it. Let me speak clearly to you. The fact that you hate your sin is not proof you're lost. It's proof that something inside you refuses to surrender. And that refusal is not weakness, it's evidence of change. You are not fake because you struggle. You would be in danger if you stopped caring. But you care. You feel tension. You feel grief. You feel conflict. That is not spiritual death. That is spiritual awakening still working its way through old patterns. So instead of asking, why do I still struggle? Maybe ask, why do I still care? Because caring is not a bad sign, it's a good one. If this resonated with you, don't just leave quietly. Comment this. Do you feel conviction or condemnation? I want to know which one you're fighting. And if you're serious about growing without losing your faith in the process, subscribe. This channel is for people in the battle. And if you're still fighting, that's a good sign.